David Feldman and Conor McGregor trying to change the game a little bit with BKFC. They're doing something where they give equity of their organization to fighters. They're going to start with their champions and eventually trickle down to every fighter on the roster having shares in the company.
Conor had a long talk and we said, listen, let's do something that no one's ever done. Let's make all of our fighters owners of the company. Yes. So we're going to start off with every one of our champions, whether they're a UK champion or a world champion, or if you're a long-tenured fighter that has at least 10 fights with us, you're all going to get equity right here. Yes! I'm not talking about, I'm going to do it next week, I'm going to do it tonight. This is your equity. I got shares of the company for all you guys. You guys are going to be owners of BKFC.
BKFC doing their World Baddest Man $25 million tournament beginning March 2026. The winner gets $15 million, second place $1 million, third and fourth place $500K, fifth to eighth place $300K, 9 to 16 $200K, 17 to 32 $100K, and the alternates get $500K. Begins March of next year.
The most lucrative tournament in all of combat sport, where we crown in an open weight the baddest man on the planet. Let's go give it up. Come on.
Yoel Romero signs with BKFC, as well as some other former UFC fighters like Thiago Santos, Derek Brunson, and Aspen Ladd. It will be interesting to see a hard hitter like Yoel Romero fight in bare knuckle, as well as Thiago Santos, who has some hammers for fists as well.
Wow. Esto es algo impresionante, verdaderamente es algo que se venía manejando, se venía cocinando por mucho tiempo, hablando con Dave, hablando con Conor, y hasta que se llegó un acuerdo con mis manejadores, y finally, I'm here.
Yes, let's go, baby. Real Cubano, real Cubano, real Cubano. Our first shock signing, it was in the building today, UFC veteran, Thiago Santos. Welcome to the Bare Knuckle FC familia. Get up here and stand here with the big boss. Thiago Santos, a dangerous veteran of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, taking it over to the no gloves. Give it a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, these are like lions and tigers and hyenas circling these people. They think they can come over here and announce and take this shine. These are targeted men.
Conor doesn't anticipate fighting in BKFC at the moment, but he has interest in fighting at the White House.
I do like to know I'm in this as owner until I can clear my slate. It's looking like I'm headed to the Oval Office again. So that's where I'm heading next. But I let these men fight for this one, and I'll support them and back them all the way. But to have equity stake in a promotion at ground level, we are at ground zero here, and you can all feel the excitement and the tension in this building. This is a multi-billion-dollar fight promotion, and we are giving it back to the men and women who shed blood in this ring for us, for our entertainment, and that is to be commended and truly should be replicated across all fighting promotions. If you're truly about the fighter, and if you're truly with your fighter, share some of the pie, baby.
Mike Perry has interest in fighting Conor McGregor, but he won't be fighting Conor next. It sounds like he's going to be fighting Robbie Lawler October 11.
I think it makes a lot of sense. We haven't seen Conor in a ring in a while, but I know he loves bare knuckle, and I'd love to face off against him anytime. Anytime we're looking for the action.
Yeah, you're welcome back, because I welcomed you back. October 11th is your date, and you'll dance for me, boy. You'll dance for the owner, and then we can talk. But your date is October 11th. Michael Perry, the return of Platinum. And we've got some hell of an announcement for an opponent for you. One of the baddest men to ever grace the Ultimate Fighting Championship, when it comes to bare knuckle, and he's going to throw down with you in front of me for my viewing pleasure. And then I'll decide if you're worthy.
BKFC returns to Rome, Italy, October 25th for a fight night card over there. Chris Camozzi will likely be on that show. Dana White says they probably won't sell public tickets to that UFC White House show next year. I don't even know how many people can get in, not to mention the fact that Secret Service isn't going to let a lot of people come to this. Everyone's going to have to go through a background check. I don't think we'll sell tickets to that event. I think it'll be all comp tickets. So just VIP guests, invited fans to the event. But it will be interesting. That piqued Jon Jones' interest, and now he wants to come back. Donald made his announcement the morning of the 4th of July. I called the USC headquarters that same afternoon. I'll just leave it at that. America, now that tickles my pickle. It would be for me. It's about the opportunity to represent America at the White House. I don't care who I fight that night. I found my reason why. That's what I needed. Something that was more than money. Who knows what the future holds, but the moment I heard Donald Trump's announcement, I started training again. Having the event at the White House will be a very interesting. Having the octagon set up at the White House will be an amazing aesthetic. The UFC goes to a lot of interesting places, but the production is usually uniform. You can't really tell where you're at. The only unique one was the Sphere in Vegas, but this one will be completely different than any other UFC ever.
Fight is going on while the fight's happening and we're filming. One whole side of the backdrop will be the White House, and then the other side will be the Washington Monument.
How many fighters reach out to you that want to fight it?
Everybody wants to fight.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Literally everybody wants to. Everybody. We will absolutely positively put on the baddest card of all time. Literally everybody wants to fight on this card. Makes it a lot more fun. The dream main event right now would be Aspinall.
Yeah.
Versus Jones.
Well, that's right now. 1 year from now, who knows? Maybe Tom Aspinall loses his next fight against Cyril Gane. Who knows? It's a lot can change in MMA in a couple months, never mind a year. Islam Makhachev's manager Ali Abdelaziz says Makhachev versus JDM won't happen in Abu Dhabi in October. He says it's going to take place in the United States and one of the biggest arenas on the planet. So people assuming it's Madison Square Garden. That's in New York in November. Ohio was saying he heard that Khamzat might retire if he wins the belt because he has enough money, but Khamzat has said nothing like that. Ohio has to worry about fighting Nasruddin Imavov in the main event of UFC Fight Night Paris on September 6th. The winner of that fight might fight the winner of DDP versus Khamzat Chimaev, or if RDR wins later this month against Robert Whittaker and has a really good performance, he could emerge as a new title contender. Fereziem was expected to take on somebody in the rankings, perhaps, but he's fighting someone outside of the rankings who's tough. Caio Fernandez, that's September 6th in France. Bo Nickel competing August 30th in freestyle wrestling at 205 pounds in Real American Freestyle 1. In the flyweight division, Amir Albazi will be taking on Tyra August 2nd. Albazi's coming off a loss to Brendan Moreno, and Tyra's coming off a loss to Brendan Royval. Merab Dvalishvili met up with Hunter Campbell of the UFC to discuss his next fight. He wants to get in there ASAP. It's probably going to be Corey Sandhagen next. Jon Jones teasing a comeback. Daniel Cormier says he shouldn't play with people's emotions. Jon has interest in fighting in that White House card next year, but he didn't say he'd fight Tom Aspinall on that card. Maybe he'd want to fight like an Alex Pereira on that card or something like that.
My initial thought was, why? Why? Right? So I figured he was trolling, trying to give him a hard time because he knew how much they wanted him to fight Tom Aspinall. My biggest issue is, why are you playing with people's emotions? It seems like that's something he's been doing quite a bit lately. If he decides he wants to fight, sure. I don't think he has to have an option but to fight that guy, though. He said it's good to be the hunter now and not the hunted. Don't keep rolling around playing with our emotions and the fans' emotions because you know they want to see you fight. So you either fight or you hit the door.